In the last lesson, as we have seen that why you need to find your ideal clients in the first place and where you need to find them. Now, in today's lesson, we are going to see how to find the perfect Facebook groups that contain your ideal clients and where your ideal clients are actually hanging out. Okay, so what is covered in this lesson? We are going to cover here is how to find the Facebook groups for you. We are going to do this by using the perfect tribe locator matrix to find the perfect Facebook groups and how to know if the group that you are joining in is the perfect for you, right? And there are some criteria to identify and join the perfect Facebook group. So that's what we are going to see in this lesson. So first we need to understand what is the objective here, why we are doing this. And the objective for finding your right Facebook group is you have to first of all leverage the existing communities to get eyeballs, new eyeballs, get traffic, right? So the best strategy for quickly getting your offer in front of your target market, your target audience is to fish where the fish are, right? So we are going to join high quality Facebook groups, add value through our content and engagement, building our audience base, the ideal kind base. Okay. So this is what our objective is. Again, there are some key principles that you need to remember. Okay. Now there is a massive difference between the traffic, the eyeballs and the content. Okay. There is a difference between the traffic on the and the content. They are not the same thing. So you need new eyeballs and new traffic coming at your profile and to your content in order to continuously generate more leads, more clients to your business, right? And you must take 100% ownership of finding those Facebook groups. And there is no secret formula or magic trick. It just takes creative thinking and an extra effort. So remember that quality is always greater than quantity. Don't join 15 to 20 Facebook groups and start spamming them with your posts. Okay, private Facebook communities are always the best groups you can leverage for gaining the new traffic, new eyeballs. Okay, so pick just 3 to 5 quality groups each month and focus there. In the another month, you can focus on other 3 to 5 groups and give your all the time for that month on that specific groups. Okay. And please review and follow the rules set by the group admins, the group moderators before posting or engaging or doing anything inside those Facebook groups. Okay. Because as a general rule of thumb, you want to avoid directly promoting yourselves or your program in any of your posts, right? You are posting on other people's group. Okay. So following our strategies in this lesson will help you stay clear of warnings or bans. But when in doubt, please be on the side of caution. Okay, this means do not say words like comment down below, DM me, reach out to me, or post any kind of links in those Facebook groups. If you come off as salesy in the slightest way in that Facebook groups, you might be banned or removed from the group moderators or admins, right? So make sure you follow these key principles. Then talking about finding the right Facebook groups, you need to follow this perfect tribe locator matrix, or you can call perfect communities, perfect group locator matrix, where we are going to locate the perfect groups where your ideal clients hang out, right? Now, the idea here is to not just find any community group or a tribe, but we have to find the ideal one, right? The perfect tribe locator matrix is basically a group of 6 methods to find your perfect Facebook group. And these methods are numerically aligned, as you can see, on which performs best. So the best performing is at number 1 and the least performing is at the number 6. Okay. So you might have used some of these while searching a Facebook group earlier, but we have given some kind of a tweak and added some methods to it to make it process simpler. So let's see how these each methods work in finding a perfect Facebook group for you. And I'm going to show you how to exactly find that. Talking about the first one, this is the paid group prospecting. Okay, now this is the number 1 most effective way to get the warm and high quality leads for your business. These are the best kind of groups to join. And this will be paid private groups of your competitors or influencers, their programs or courses related to your market, your niche. Okay, so you will have to purchase to get the access to these communities because these are paid communities. Okay, but it's worth it when you consider your potential revenue from just a handful of clients. Okay, so start by asking yourself, have I bought any paid group programs in the past? If so, then these are the top groups you should be focusing on. Okay, the programs, the services, the courses should be relevant to your niche and the target market. If not, then you can invest a small amount to avail these kind of services or courses. And these are basically a low ticket services or courses, maybe starting around $10 to less than $100. Okay, so you can also try looking up for Udemy courses, Coursera courses on Google, and just Google it like top courses for your niche, right? These courses again are the typically cheaper, but make sure that you get access to their community, their Facebook group before you buy. Okay, you can find super targeted and warm leads here, and that might be interested in what you're offering. Okay, so these are paid members inside that community who will be genuinely interested, and they are already invested and committed into something, and chances are higher that they will invest in your program if your solution is a no-brainer. Okay, so join those communities, those groups if it's a good fit. Now again, you have to search for these programs and all those things in Google and Facebook things, but the main priority, the first priority should be given to the paid group prospecting. Again, I'll say this is optional if you are not willing to avail any kind of a low ticket program which is not useful for you. It's totally fine, but I would recommend that investing a $10 or $100 into a small low ticket offer where there is a Facebook group of 100 people who have already invested, who are already interested in learning those things that are related to your niche, then chances are higher. Okay, now it's not a no-brainer if you're charging your clients around $2,000, $5,000. If you're charging them high ticket, then investing $100 into a low course where there are 100 of clients, you can invest that, and it is a no-brainer, right? You can get so many clients there. Okay, so this was the first one, that is paid group prospecting. Second one is the audience fusion strategy. Now this is my favorite one because you just have to combine the two things, that is your target audience, who is your target audience, and their desires. Okay, so first you can see that you have identified your target audience, your ideal client, you already know, and what they want and their desires are, right? So let's say that first you have to list two things here. You have to first list the identities of your target market. Okay, and the second thing is you have to list what they want. Then you can divide that desire into different desires or similar to that. Okay, for example, if you can say, if your target market is man who wants to lose weight, okay, you are targeting men who wants to lose weight. Now what are the different identities of a man? A man can be a dad, a husband, a father, a working professional, whatever it may be. Now list down all those things in the first column. Okay, for example, if you can see on this screen, we have divided the identities of a men like dads, fathers, and husbands into three things. Okay, and in the second column, you have to divide the desire. Now the desire, what they want is they want to lose weight. So we divided that single thing into two more things. That is, they also want to build muscle and they want to get strong. Okay, this is how you would divide your desires. Okay, now when you divide this all, now you have to just combine those words. Like take the first identity that it adds and combine with all the desires that we have come up with. Okay, for example, you can combine like dad lose weight, dad build muscle, okay, dad get strong. Now these are the three search terms. Now again you can do like father lose weight, father build muscle, father get strong. And similarly you can do the third thing is husband lose weight, husband build muscles, husband get strong. This is how you generate around 9 keywords from these three things. Okay, now these are your search terms. Okay, now you have to just use these search terms in the Facebook group search box to find those relevant groups where your target audience may gather. Okay, so let's see an example. Let's search down this dad lose weight. So when you go towards Facebook, go to groups and you can search simply here. Okay, so you have to search again here. You can say, so this is the weight loss for dad's tribe. Now if you see, so if you are men or targeting men who want to lose weight, and if you search like men who wants to lose weight or men's lose weight, you will not be able to find these kind of hidden groups which are not like right, because they are already targeting dads. So if you are targeting men, the men can be dads, so your ideal client is whole here, right? Similarly in this group as well. So like this, you have to search every match inside this audience fusion strategy that we have decided. Like every combined terms you have to search and see if you find those groups. You will find those groups 100%. The more you divide your target audience and their desire, the more groups, the more hidden groups you will find. Okay, and this method is very important because it will help you to connect with your ideal current audience in the spaces where they are actively seeking information, more support, and more help. Okay, and by using this audience fusion strategy, you will find the mostly non-saturated groups where most of your competitors aren't aware of. Okay, they might be not aware of. So these groups are the second priority for me after the paid one. Okay, so make sure you use this audience vision strategy to find the relevant groups. Moving on to the third one, this is famous guru spotting method. Now this is the easiest one. Maybe you have tried it. Okay, so just you have to look for a famous guru, an influencer, or an expert that falls under your niche or your target market. If you are a life coach, it may be Tony Robbins. If you are a business coach, then it might be Alex Hormozy or Grant Cardone. You have to search their names inside the Facebook term and you will get those groups, because these gurus have a huge audience within their communities, right? And they are already serving to a specific kind of audience. So if you are a life coach, you can join Tony Robbins communities. Now these people who I'm talking about, these gurus like Tony Robbins, Alex Hormozy, or Grant Cardone, these are famous gurus. They are working from years, and it's okay then, because nowadays they don't just have a single group, they have multiple groups and multiple people are joining that. But you have to see that which groups which is relevant to your niche and your market. Okay, so search for these communities, groups, or influencers on the Facebook search bar, or go to their profile and search and research if there is a community that they have attached. Go to the Google or their website or their YouTube channel. In the description of any YouTube videos, they might have mentioned their community. Okay, check if the group meets the right group criteria, which we are going to see further, and just join that group if it's a good fit. And what you have to do after joining this group, we are going to discuss after these methods, once we see all these methods. Okay, so it is simple again. You have to just go to Facebook and search for groups. This is the best thing, easiest thing you can do. Okay, and search for the groups. Now, if I search for Alex Hormozy, so there are so many groups, private groups that I can join. So there is a 100 million mastery club with an official Alex Hormozy group. All are the private groups, and I am sure that there are business related people, there are coaches, there are lead generation activities going on. So these kind of groups are very useful for me to network with people, to engage with people and build relationship with them, and take those ideal clients into my profile. Right. So this is an example. Find out the influencer, the guru, and expert in your niche related to your niche or market. If you are not able to identify any influencer or market, just search your niche related keywords on YouTube, and you will find tons of famous gurus over there. Search inside their channel. You will find the link for their profiles or their communities. If not, you can search their name on Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn and find out they must have mentioned their Facebook group inside their profile, right? So this was all about famous guru spotting. And then moving on to the fourth one, which is a specific niche discovery method. Again, it is a simple one. You have to make a list of the niche specific keywords and search on Facebook search box for those groups. Now, this is a simple one. So, for example, you can write the niche related words like life coaches, busy moms, weight loss, whatever related to the identity of your ideal client or related to your niche, your target audience, your market, their desires, their want, the problem they are faces. So all list down all those things and search for this. For example, if I search for weight loss, then you are sure that it will get so many groups. So if I search busy moms, I'll get so many groups with that, right? Recipes for busy moms. If you are for crackpot meals for a busy mom. Now it's not necessary that you are helping them with recipes, but if you are targeting busy moms, then it is obvious that busy moms are in this group. So if you're targeting the busy moms, you can join those groups. And it's not necessary that your niche must be related to the recipes thing on all that things, right? Your target audience is already there, so join those groups and make sure to join the private group. Again, this quick workouts for busy mom. If you're a weight loss coach, this will be useful for you. Okay, in any niche, if your target audience is busy mom, then the group with the busy moms is always useful for you. As we discussed in the last lesson, make sure you follow all those categories, the 3 communities that we have discussed about. Okay, this is the simple again method to find the niche specific related keywords. Okay, moving on to the 5th one, now the relevance service locator method. Now you have to search for the Facebook groups of tools or products or the resources that your ideal client uses. You have to search for any online services or products or tools that are related to your niche, your business, that are related to your ideal client, or they use that. Okay, for example, business coaches use Kajabi, School, ClickFunnels, etc. So you can just go and search for the groups related to that. So we'll come to know that so you can see here, there are groups, System.io groups. This is for business people. ClickFunnels is there. Okay, so you will find the private groups with most of the people here, right? Again, if you go through fitness and weight loss industry, there is diets, P90X, Beachbody supplements. Okay, all those things are there. If you search for P90X, maybe we will get a group. It is, I think, a supplement, right? So you will get a group. So there are 70K member P90X. So search something that your ideal client is using, a service or a product they are already using. Okay, so if your ideal client is busy moms, then list down what are the tools or what are the products that busy moms are using. Now, there are many things, but you have to be creative to find that. Okay, for example, you can see here that are written in business, fitness, and in productivity also. You can search for GTT or Pomodoro techniques, all those things, and you can easily find the groups in the Facebook. Okay, now because these products and services have great support groups which have a huge audience, right? So search for these communities groups on their profile or their business page on the Facebook search bar, like we did, or their YouTube, under their YouTube videos. And lastly, if you can Google, you can Google them. Okay, so check if the group also meets the criteria, make sure your ideal clients are there and all those things. Okay, and join that group if it's a good fit. Again, I'll say that what we are going to do after joining this group, that we are going to see in the upcoming lessons. So right now we are just seeing that how you have to join the relevant and the perfect groups. Okay. Moving on to the last one, that is a keyword scout group. Now this is the simple one, and you have already done this. It is a simple one. You have to just find the Facebook groups based on keyword search. Okay. So for example, in business category, if you see, you can search for high ticket coaches. You can search for high ticket agencies or high performance coach. So you have to list again the keywords that are relevant to your niche. For fitness, you can say fat loss for women, losing pregnancy weight, this kind of thing. If you're a relationship coach, you can search dating for men or self-love, all those things. Okay, so all those things you can search. Again, for productivity, self-improvement, productivity, high performance, time management. You have to think holistically, not linearly here. What would you do if you were your prospect? Think about that. Who are they following? You have to think about that. What are they buying? Which tools are they using? What do they also care about? All those things you have to think about and make a list of these keywords. Okay. And again, for better keywords, you can use many tools, such as you can use Google, you can use buzzsumo.com, answerthepublic.com. You can use Amazon for finding the books. okay, and the products related to your niche and market. Okay, you can find the best influencers on Instagram, hashtags, podcasts, okay, inside YouTube also. Okay, so you have to find, and you can also find the brands, the products and services, the softwares, the applications, the websites that your ideal client is consuming. You can search for that. Okay, so search for the relevant topics. Moving ahead now, let's see, after watching the 6 methods in the tribe locator matrix, now let's see how to know if it's a perfect group to join, how to identify which group is the perfect one. Okay, so the right group criteria is, first is the group size. I will prefer 1,000 plus members, but have a mix of large and small group as well. Now group can vary from fewer than 100 members to well over a million. Okay, there is no limit to get as many group members as you can. Okay, so larger groups are not better or worse than the smaller groups, which means that if you are identifying the best groups for you, it's a good idea to have a mix of small and large groups as well. Okay, so when making a list of potential groups, try to select one or two with larger membership size, like 1,000 plus members should be there, and along with several other sizes, like small sizes should be there. Less than 1,000 will be work. 100 to 100 will also work if it is a highly active and engaging group, right? Because smaller groups with only a couple of 100 members can be easier for you to stand out. You can stand out easily. It is not saturated. Okay, and make sure if they are active and engaging. Okay, actively engaging participants are there inside that community. You can not skip those groups as well if it is a smaller group. Okay, then the second one is the group activity and the growth. Now we prefer 10 to 20 posts per month, so the group and new members should be joining continuously. Okay, so these two important metrics that will determine whether a group is worth joining or not in the first place. That is the number of posts made in the last month or in the last 28 days. So if you are joining a group, you can see, let's say this one, support group. So if you can see here that it says that it's a dead group, no post in the last month. So no one is posting here, no new members in the last week. So this is a dead group, I think. Okay, so that is not useful. If you go here, so here you can see there are 17 new posts today and total members are 70. So here you can see how many people have joined in the last week, in the last month. So based on that, you can identify those groups and make sure that it is a good criteria to join. Okay, the number of posts that are made in the last month should be more than 10 to 20 posts, and the number of new members that have joined in the past week, that should be continuously increasing. Okay, and also your success in those groups depends in the large part on how active the group is. If there is little to no activity or growth is happening there, chances are that you are not going to have much luck inside those groups. Okay, the third thing is the group feed. Now you can scroll, once you join the group, you can scroll through the posts and observe the types of posts being made in that group. Look for genuine interaction and questions rather than spammy sales posts. Okay, if people are always promoting inside those groups, then that is not a good group for you. Make sure there are questions people are discussing, there are lots of comments happening or discussing their value based statements or value based content. Okay, high quality activity inside the group is more preferable than anything. Okay, if the posts are mostly from people asking questions and seeking advice, or if the majority of the posts seem to be genuinely well intentioned and spam free, that's what we are looking for there, right? So make sure you have these kind of posts inside the group and these kind of activities, positive activities are going on inside those groups. The fourth one is the group engagement. Now, people can post in groups all day long, right? But the ultimate measure of a group's health is in the comment section. This is the most important thing. So check if the posts have likes and more comments. This will indicate that it's a good community, that's a good group. Okay. Throughout the client attraction process, you are going to be generating engagement and starting conversation. So make sure that the ideal group already has a good amount of engagement, and they are having conversations, they are having discussions, all those things are happening. Okay, so if the majority of posts have no engagement, then you can move on to the next group or another group, right? So if you're scrolling through a group feed and seeing lots of posts, but none of them has likes and comments, then it's not a very good group or an engaged group for you. Okay, that doesn't mean that every single post in that group needs to have 50 likes, 20 comments. Okay, but if the majority of the posts have 0 likes and 0 comments, then it's probably time to move on. Okay, and if the group, there are some groups where only admin is posting and no one is liking or no one is seeing those group, then this group is not also useful for you. Okay, then lastly, make sure that you review the Facebook groups and determine that it's a good fit. After being accepted inside the group, spend 10 minutes, review each group, and determine if your target market is active in this group. Okay, sometimes it can be hard to tell, as most people are, marketers and lurkers, but keep an open mind and focus on topics of the discussion. So for a paid program groups, you don't have to pre-qualify the profiles, especially if it's a high ticket program. Okay. But for free private groups, I'm not talking about the public groups, but the free private groups, you can scroll to popular topics and get a feel of what does well in that group. What kind of questions are people asking? Does it align with your topics, your niche? Check out 10 to 20 profiles and make sure they fit within your target market audience. Look at their bio, their cover photo, their content. Okay, they should have a clear profile picture, like a headshot. Avoid the profiles with no profile pictures or weird vibes of external or political views, right? Sort out those posts by new activity. So if you go into group, let me go into a group. So let's go into this group for coaches. Okay, so if you go in a particular group, right, you can sort the posts by new activity somewhere, I think here, right? So you can sort the posts by new activity, and this should be default, and look for 5 posts or 5 viral posts. So here you can do this. So all the new posts you can see here, and you can look for the comments and the kind of a post over these groups. Okay, just here to see 5 posts with over 50 to 100 total engagement in the last 30 days, or with all the likes, reactions, and the comments. Okay, and just if the post is doing well, just go here and save that post or save that content, and then you can analyze those posts. What are the structure of that post, type of that post, formatting, length, topics, photos, etc. Okay, you can write down the observations down about what works there for that content in that group, and you can create these kind of posts to get more engagement and more ideal clients inside those groups. Again, we are going to see what kind of content you can post inside the groups, but you can observe this. Okay, now you'll come to know that the main objective of posting the content is not just to attract the ideal clients, not to make people engage on our profile, like our content, but the main idea of posting content is that you are testing what works for you the best and what doesn't works for you. Okay, what attracts your ideal clients, what doesn't, and also you're observing, you are actually learning more and more about the consumers, the clients, what they are consuming, what they like, what they didn't like. So you are doing a kind of a research every day when you are posting content. Some kind of a content will not work, some kind of a content will work for you. Then you have to research on that and double down on what is working for you. All those things are happening inside the content. So make sure to have a perspective, like you are doing a research, doing an observation, and observing your ideal clients. Okay, because this is the most important thing. When you observe more of your ideal clients on these online profiles, online groups, on online social media platforms, you will learn more about them. Okay, so you have to make sure all those things. Okay, this is what was all about finding the right Facebook groups. Okay, identify the perfect groups using the 6 methods, the tribe locator matrix, join the high quality groups using the right group criteria that we recently seen, add value through content and engagement, and begin building your own audience. Okay, so this is how we identify and find your perfect Facebook groups. So as I discussed about the sequence inside the tribe locator matrix, go from first to the last six. First three will be enough for you to find the relevant and perfect Facebook groups. Okay, but as you after 2-3 months, you can also use the rest of the methods inside the tribe locator matrix to search for the more relevant groups as well. So, okay, but according to me, the first 2 or 3 methods are the best way for searching the unsaturated groups that your competitors might be not aware of, and you can find the valuable high quality leads and ideal clients out there. Okay, again I'll say that there is a guide attached below. There is a Facebook group guide where you will find all the methods, the step-by-step instructions to find the right Facebook groups as we have discussed in this lesson. Okay, so make sure you download that. Okay, so in the upcoming modules, you are going to see what to post and how to add value through content and engagement, all those things, and begin building your audience. Okay, but right now in this module, we are going to see all about the groups, the Instagrams and the hashtags, things, how to find and locate your ideal clients. Okay. With that said, I'll see you in the next lesson, because in the next lesson, we are going to see the power of hashtags for finding your ideal clients on Instagram, how to recognize your ideal clients when you see them, and some other sources of finding your ideal clients rather than the Facebook group thing. Okay, so I'll see you in the next lesson with all those things.